Welcome back to Factorio, Seablock and TSM, episode number 131. Okay, last episode we were building out our iron plates. I've just completed out this and I've built in a pathway here which will be used to supply sulfuric acid. I've decided we'll definitely not try and make the sulfuric acid on site. We'll actually create a facility for sulfuric acid and ship that around. I think that will be more convenient in the long run. And I realized I did actually need something to power up these, so I've added in this line here. And I'm trying to work out how this is all going to work. We'll get there in the end. I think we need to take the limit off the charcoal train so that it starts moving full amounts around. Because as you can see, we can actually use it a little bit more aggressively to supply stuff. It looks like we may have an issue with pipes. No, that doesn't have any in it at the moment. Fuel oil is full though. What about this one? That one's fine though. So yeah, it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe it will get worse over time. The key thing is we are... Oh, what's the problem with water chemistry? What are you after? You're after this science, which we don't seem to have a whole lot of, actually. What's the problem with that science? That's this one. Those are being created. Lead, we've got lead. We don't have... what don't we have? We don't have these things. We don't have these things because we need plastic bars, really? Oh, how did that happen? Okay, that's the reason why we don't have... I wanted to do some work here, actually. We'll come back to that. I don't want my science not moving just because of one... I must have accidentally clicked on it or something. Right. So, that's why purple science is struggling. Yeah, they can give me some stuff, I don't mind. Where is purple science? It's way down the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, here. This one. So yeah, that's not going to work. That's got to go that way. Now that we've got enough plastic, there's no good reason not to be supplying processes like this. In fact, it's reasonably possible that we could have more or less continuous provision of this science for a bit, although red still is struggling. I think we're building red science just about as fast as we can. Do I need that to be a faster build? No, it doesn't look like it. I'm hopeful that if I did my calculations right, these two machines running continuously should result in all four of these machines running. Hasn't so far. Ooh. It may have been sort of 3.5 machines that I calculated it on. Ooh, interesting. Is this enough to push through and get to this machine? Ooh. Exciting. I'm not sure how much this machine is likely to get used, but at least we've got 3 of them running. It's not quite a continuous stream of purple science, but that's probably the strongest I've ever seen it getting created. And over here it's predominantly just red circuits and this stuff. Relying on methane, which we do have some. So yes, that's all very good. Processing units still rely on the provision of red circuits, and that is... It's still... I guess it's just being used a lot more from all these processors than... Yes, top me up, please. I probably need all that stuff. Okay. I guess, yeah, we just probably have too many processors drawing off it. Tin looks like it's struggling as well. But the idea is to get off our reliance here, right? So we've got enough boards. Oh, yeah, tin. Tin really, really is struggling. It's kind of amazing that that issue has been shifted to tin so dramatically. Is there anything that we can do to increase the pressure from tin? Not really, just at the moment. We may just have to put up with what we've got. Yeah. Oh well. Let's get the iron into its new form, because things are going to stop fairly soon. I have killed the mineral Who's What's It, and it looks like they've now finally used it all up. Now, unfortunately, we have very limited iron ore left here. We don't want... I've actually turned all of this off, so if we run out of iron ore in the main base, which is probably... well, it's imminently going to order it, and it's not going to get a top-up. We do have a top-up, so we have one top-up. We have to get this sorted within one top-up. That's basically how it works. Okay, so this is the version of iron ore that we're going to use. It looks like you crush this stuff and then you crush it again. So we have to actually have the crushed... All of these products have to be crushed, and then we need to go through a secondary crushing process, and then just one sorting process. I don't know how many sets of sorting machines we're going to need, or if any of these items actually fit in here. So sapphirite, givelite and rubite. We have, well, I know that's not the right one. That's cretinium. This one here is sapphirite. So there is There are some products in this list that are correct. What's that one? That's Givelite. So that's correct. Oh. We don't need Sapphirite. So if that's Givelite, Sapphirite, this would have to be Rubite for this whole thing to work, right? And all three of these would have to have crushing. So you would have to crush Givelite. Which still produces the this thing. Then so that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And do we have 3 left? I'm not sure. What are you? You're Sapphirite. Okay. Well, you can continue to be Sapphirite. We may as well make this one here Givelite. And that leads to crushed Givelite. And this one has to be Rubite. Oh, yay. The spill mechanic. Yeah, that's kind of insane. I do not have spare room. I can probably get rid of some of these things that I collected while I was building stuff just before. No idea. So to pick up items on the ground, I believe you can do it via one of these things. Is that it? What's that? Entity ghost. Item on ground. There you go. Item on ground. Right. So that's 1, 2, 3. These will have to be changed to crushed Rubite. Okay, this is going to be an absolute nightmare. And then it's only 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so yeah. We can probably just get rid of these two at the bottom. Unless I find a way to put another. I possibly could. But let's hold that thought to another time when we might need it. At the moment, we don't really. That destroy deconstruction planner. How do you just clear it? I seem to have forgotten how you clear these things. They changed the mechanics on that. Ah, alright. That's fine. I'm full of cretinium. Alright. Do we use cretinium over here? I do believe we do. Well, that was close. Okay, so in addition to getting rid of the cretinium, for now at least, we need to also get rid of all of this stuff. This could take a while. I may need to... How many bots do I have on me at the moment? None, because I got rid of them all. I may need to use this guy. Give him some bots and some chests. Yeah. Crystallizer 1. Alright, we need to redirect some of the resources here. I may even decide that I need to potentially give myself a bit more space, make a bit more of a wing here. I didn't flatten that out particularly nicely, but never mind. Ore Crusher 2. Okay, so I don't know how many ore crushers we are going to need, but for 222, this takes 1 second, which is not very long. That takes 4 seconds for 2. Let's start with 3. Crushed ferrous ore. What's this one? Crushed cupric ore. So we can actually do the same kind of process for copper, maybe. Not sure. You need... Well, this is actually probably around the wrong way now. Now, we probably want fast red belt to deal with this product. How's this going to work? You pick up from there, you pick up from there, you pick up from there. Whoops, you pick up from there. Something like that. Okay, we've got to get rid of this cupric ore. So we can continue. It's not cupric ore at all. It's cretinium. Okay. That's silicon ore. Not quite sure how we ended up with silicon ore. Crushed cretinium. Sturtite ore. Cretinium ore. Crushed stirritite. Okay. So we've got plenty of copper. Oh. I saw that one coming and I just walked into it because I was so busy intent on this one. Good grief. Time played, 300 hours. Yeah, given that we played a lot at 4 times speed at the beginning, there's probably 200 hours of actual play time maybe. Would be a little bit more accurate. And good, you're off. Okay. Worker robot speed. There you go. Tech is actually advancing now. Shall we just have a quick look? Yeah, we've just about finished that tech we lined up. What else is there in this list that looks interesting? Thorium processing. That's purple. I definitely want nuclear fuel. That's a resume, okay. And what's this? Advanced, that lets you build level 3 robots. We definitely do want that capability. Modular Roboports 4. What's this thing? Advanced Roboport. I don't really need this thing. It's not particularly useful. Worker Robot Speed 5. What are we? Aren't we doing that at the moment? Yes, we are. Braking Force 6. Lab 2. Atomic Bomb. That's 5,000. Okay. There might be a tech that, well, we don't really need it for one thing. Or Processing 5. It's definitely worth getting. There are some military techs here. Maybe bobbing about enrichment. I probably need that. All right. If we're going to get all these techs, this is not the right one. It's up here, isn't it? If we're going to get all these, if we're going to have science tick over, we need to have some techs lined up for it. This is the one that I was trying to work on. I thought. But that's not where my body is. My body's over this way, isn't it? They really should give you a marker. I know you can get a... I know somebody has made a mod that gives you a marker. But it would be... It's sort of a core game necessity. Especially since I've completely forgotten where this happened now. Thought it was over here. There we go. Always get your armor first, and then you should just be able to click on the rest of your body to get everything else. Relatively easy to arrange. Here's the Cretinium. We don't need this at all. Hang on, I'm taking the wrong... So you and you have one, you have one, that's fine, okay. You need to instead... What sort of belts? That's yellow, okay. I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised by the fact that we're almost full on stuff again. Stirritite or sapphirite or... Now, let's get rid of this crushed stone as well. There's absolutely no reason for us to be carrying crushed stone around. Stirritite ore. Oh, we're emptying. Oh, God. No, I don't want to be doing that. Okay. I will not use my bots to empty these. That's just too painful. Yeah. Alright, let's get rid of some more of this stuff. I may have to pause just... my bots filling me up with garbage is sort of not what I want to have this episode focused on. Cretinium. Cretinium, stirritite. We got no battery either. Silicon. I could take off this clearance order just so I can focus on this, and that might actually make the most sense. If we do this, does it get rid of it all? Yes, it does. I may have to come back with some bots, a Roboport and bots to deal with that in a slightly more refined kind of way. Now, you are yellow belt, okay. In that case, you need to come along here. And over this one, or this one can do that, which is probably more efficient. And the final one, yeah, I mean, this stuff here shouldn't really be there. Well, that is permitted, but this one here is currently not going in the right direction. So that is a little bit more representative of what we're after. Let's have a look. Can I build any of these guys? No, I need some advanced circuits. Okay. But if I get rid of the contents along there and the contents of this, which none of which is required, we're once again full of stuff. That's less than ideal. Can we get rid of some of this crushed? No, it's not the right stuff. Okay, in that case, get rid of those there. I must have left some. Seriously? I already can't pick up any? I've had enough. Crushed critinium. Critinium ore. Go away. Okay. Red belt. Wrong direction. Does this upgrade? No, it doesn't look like it. No, it does not. I could just get a new upgrade planner. And then get rid of it. That should allow, so this stuff here is steratite. Is that correct though? No, it's not. We need saphirite ore. Just because it looks vaguely similar doesn't mean that it is the right stuff. And you are doing crushed saphirite. And this whole line here is totally wrong now. And that probably means that this line is completely wrong as well. Go down here. You can go down there. Oh. Crushed stone. Okay. Yellow belt is probably still adequate for that job. So, is this working? Looks to be. Right. Up here. No room whatsoever. Okay. Alright, you guys go down here. That's it. Although we probably want a little bit more of this back to say there. That looks like rubite is coming through now. Can I power you guys via... looks like we're going to miss the middle, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, if that's not going to work, what about if you were here? Okay. Hang on. Crushed sapphirite. Oh, okay, you've already gone past. By the time you get to there, you've already gone too far past, and that one also is too far past where you should be. Cretinium ore can go there. Rubite ore can go in there. Crushed rubite can go in there. Crushed sapphirite can go in there. This one looks fine. And what about up here? There is a lot of mess up here that we're going to have to try and get rid of. Or are we? This is okay, actually. This bit here is not. We need to have another collection like this, in fact. Copy. And we can get rid of this belt altogether. Okay. And then instead of these two joining up, you need to take a detour. Like so. And this bit needs to cease to exist. Blue needs to go like so. And red. What on earth is going on here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, okay. This blue is not actually the one that I should be using because I've got this blue. But I've already plugged this blue in. Alright, fine. What are we getting full of now? Crushed Jivelite. Go in there. You guys can go. Why are you complaining? Crushed sapphirite. Go in there. More crushed sapphirite. What's the problem? What is it? Oh, it's the ore. What's the problem now? Ore crusher 1s. That's a bit of a problem. Okay. Now we need to get rid of all this ore. Where is it? There it is. And all this ore. And connect these guys up. And rip those guys out. I think I used pumps in here. Yes. One of the reasons why we're running out of space. Oh, and your recipe needs to change to oh, that's interesting. You actually have higher yielding versions of ferrous. And I didn't even realize that. Never mind. Oh, whoops. You guys need to come through there and how can this possibly work? We will need a yellow, I guess. Filter, you're going to filter out the crushed stone and it's going to go to the other side. We're full again, aren't we? Crushed jivelite, you go in there along with some of that. There you go. Okay, so crushed stone. There, and over here, and you can go in there, and this looks like we may need where one of these is dropped short. And it's still not fast enough. Wow. Is that just because of backlog, or the belts are just not fast enough? I have blue. That means we need more sorting machines. We have more sorting machines, so that's not actually a problem. You need to be back one. so that I can put a blue splitter here. And hang on. The other thing I want to know is, are these all 2s? Yes, they are. Okay. So blue. I find this certainly very agreeable. Okay. Crushed ferrous ore. Iron ore. I need to pick up those somehow. What do we pick up then? No. For some reason, it's just we're not allowed to pick up the belt. We can pick up anything but what we actually want to pick up. There we go. That's better. Okay, so it looks like 8 machines can more or less handle 3 of these. So on this side, we don't actually have room for 8. Okay, yes, we need to do the same thing over here. Now, blue. And of course that can't cope, so we need a means to, well, we need to get rid of this one, obviously. Probably put a blue splitter right there. And blue belt. This is going to be a little bit awkward. You don't actually need to start up there. And you can wrap round like so. I probably could find a way to get another one of these in here if I really wanted to. Probably going to have this copper here forever. And how are we going with our ores now? Iron is nowhere near. These guys are struggling. The sheer push through of all of this stuff. Okay, you are no longer going to be... I need to change it here. Let's eliminate those. We do have crushed stone, and I've upped its priority to try and get rid of it all. We don't get slag anymore. I think I want to upgrade the priority of the slag as well. Just to make sure that we can get rid of it. Now, copper rather, that will be no longer copper. That is now the manganese ore. 6k. We actually have 15k of copper. Which is interesting. It probably means that I should try and force a copper train here. Maybe I should push this back to copper, change this one back to the copper as well. Copper TSM. That one, and let's just say if it's greater than 15k. They'll order a copper train. It won't quite be full, but that's okay. I just want to get rid of it at this point. The manganese is still not there yet. It's up to 7k. What sort of belt are you? You're express, and you're struggling. Wow. I may need faster belt and faster inserters for this guy. How goes our power? It's not actually doing a whole lot. I'm guessing we've run out of something. Maybe? No, we haven't run out of anything. Tin supply over here is still a little bit abysmal. It's just amazing how if it's not one thing, it's another here. And yeah, we now have just a dribble of red circuits due to tin. Okay, well, tin's fairly up there. I want to do copper next and then tin. So we're certainly going to be doing tin very soon. I may need to transfer out this, put it over here just so lead gets done. Maybe move the... well, I could even reinstate this, I guess, so that we could do copper. What are we missing here? Oh, we're missing those things and these, yeah. These are all completely wrong, of course. But this would otherwise... it still needs power down there. I forgot about that. What did we need for these guys? We needed advanced circuits. The thing that we are seriously missing. I am going to up the priority of this also to 30. Because I want to clear the copper from here. And we're going to get some... We're going to get some red circuits, even though there aren't very many of them, the advanced circuits. Find somewhere where there's a reasonable collection of them and just steal a whole bunch of it. Oh, that probably wasn't what I had in mind in terms of clearing the contents of my logistics trash. Here we go. So I want to make... Oh, what else are we missing for these? We are missing tin... Oh, copper. Tinned copper wire. Okay. Oh, what's this one? Is that silver? Is silver struggling now? I'll see if I can swipe some tin from somewhere. Apparently the answer to that is no. I don't want to insert solder coil. Let's see about just getting rid of the stuff here that we really don't want. Which would be the manganese ore and the crushed... Oh, we don't want to put crushed critinium in there. Crushed stone, though. What are your numbers like? 11k already. Wow. We must be struggling over here. Oh, because we never fixed up. These guys don't have power, so they shouldn't end up making anything. What about the other side? Has that sort of died down a little bit? Yeah, maybe it has. Whoops. What did I hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Oh, that's what I hit. Yes, I didn't mean to hit that. Okay, so the general course, there is overflow, but you don't actually need 8 of these. That's okay. Though, what sort of belt is this? This is normal transport belt. Perhaps it would be helpful if it was a slightly better transport belt. Or Crusher 2, or Crusher 2, or Crusher 2. Not sure. Okay. I do want to remove these remaining things that are a little bit unnecessary. Critinium ore. Crushed stirritite. Stirritite ore. And critinium ore. Any more of those? Crushed critinium. And that's about it. Okay. We've actually used up a whole hour mucking around here, which is a little bit inefficient. I need a manganese ore train because we're going to be calling on that soon. Let me just have a look. How far away are we from copper ore? Is a long way away, it looks like. We don't actually look like we're using a whole lot of material right now. Not quite sure what the reason for that is. Maybe if I created a demand by building a whole lot more stuff. Worker robot speed. What do you need? You need purple. Let's just have a look what the problem is here. No yellow. Why do we have no yellow? Is it something that we can readily address? It's because we have none of the cut rubies. We have 10k in there. And actually you can see why I need to attack this soon. I probably need a mechanism to turn off just pushing more of the product here through, since all we actually need at the moment is rubies. It would pay not to be producing the crystal catalyst. So there better not be any crystal catalyst demand here. No, there's not. That makes sense. There is a bunch of oxygen, unsatisfied oxygen demand. And of course we want more uranium. Should have a quick peek at uranium. 21. Doesn't look like we actually have a net consumption or net gain really of the lead, which is fine, I guess. 6.6. We're slowly draining that remaining 238, I guess, and 52 of the plutonium, which I think the bobbing about process is for, maybe. Not entirely sure. 14k. Right. Mineral sludge. Yes, the oxygen, the poor oxygen. I think in a soon episode I need to address, we can't just throw away the purified water. We're going to have to extract the O2 from it and maybe just burn off hydrogen via, let's see what the process is. Oxygen. It's another tangent, isn't it? Oxygen. Why are we getting bottled all these products rather than just showing me oxygen? That one. Purified water electrolysis. Either this one or this one. So this one, you only get 40 oxygen out of it. This one, I think the only difference between these two is this happens in a faster time frame, though this doesn't actually tell us how long it takes. But yeah, that one. If you do the dirty water, you get slag, which is just a pain to get rid of. We don't need to do dirty water. We've got that. Oxygen. I don't actually know how I get to heavy water, but yes, so this will do 100 purified water in 2 seconds. This will take 4 seconds in the same machines. The same result, but 4 seconds. And you don't actually use up the electrodes, but to clean them you actually do create something else, don't you? Yeah, you create mineralized water. And I don't really want to create more mineralized water just at the moment. So maybe even I will do this recipe here, and where we have the other one, maybe just use electrolyzer 3s. A couple of I don't know how much of this stuff we're burning off constantly, but I'd have to check how much this one can burn off. Anyway, I think we've done enough. We're kind of getting a little bit distracted at this point. Well, I'm getting a little bit distracted, rather. Oh, whoops. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye-bye for now.